What's going on, Aquarius? We're going to go ahead and jump into your May 2023 mid-month reading here. And we're going to take a look and see what is coming up for y'all for the rest of the month. Of course, we're just going to jump in as always. Let's see. 10 of Cups. Interesting. Judgment. 6 of Pentacles here. All right. Got this Mercury, the mind. I see some of you guys getting, having some sort of interaction here. So even some news I'm hearing that it's like it's going to take you by surprise. You're going to be very happy about this, Aquarius. So let's keep going. Let's see. Take a look at your relationships here. Some of you could be definitely experiencing disappointments in your relationships here. It's interesting though, because one thing that's being pointed out here is the boundaries of relationships. Okay. Interesting. No way. Libra just got this same card. So if you have Libra placements, check out the Libra reading. You have this gate. It says opportunities and home. So there's some good opportunities I feel that's coming your way. Your higher self is wanting you to know this at this time, or your future self. Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups. I feel like you're intuitively picking up on this as well, Aquarius. The timing is becoming right for something here. Now this could be in regards to a home, literally, or it can just be some newer opportunity just in general, like new gates that are starting to open here for you, new doors that are starting to open here for you. Let's talk about your first row here. 10 of Cups, Judgment, 6 of Pentacles. This is in regards to work. This is your career row. But I feel like you have some really great news that's coming your way, because you also have this Mercury card. And it says the mind, but we all know that Mercury deals with communication. There's certain, we're also in a Mercury retrograde at this time. It's going to be ending pretty soon. But whatever this is, it's almost as if you could be rethinking something here. Whatever it is that you're rethinking or you're re-understanding, something is becoming more clear to you. Something feels better for you. It feels more right. And I feel it's going to be a very important decision here. Now, I'm not saying you're totally going to be like changing your job and moving overseas or anything like that. Although, some of you that could be the case. But I do feel like it's going to be very important for the trajectory of like where you're taking things. And there's newer purpose. And there's an inner awakening here starting to take place within inside you, Aquarius. And I would listen to it, because the Judgment's one of those cards where, it's like the voice that little intuitive voice that we hear, and we sometimes suppress it or we don't listen to it, and it comes right back. And every time it comes back, it gets stronger and it gets stronger. And it's spirit, it's the universe, it's your higher self, whatever you want to call it, God. It's like, this is your time. This is your moment. It's time to make this decision here. It's the Judgment. And so whatever this is, I feel like it's quite rewarding. And I see you being happy with the 10 of Cups. Really good. Now let's talk about your relationships. The Hierophant, 5 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Stability looks like one thing here. If you're dealing with a relationship already, the stability aspect, I feel, even if you're single, there's something to deal with boundaries and also morals, virtues, and values here. Because I'm hearing lines being crossed. So I feel like it's going to be very important to set boundaries in your relationships here with this Hierophant, and also examine your relationships at this time, because I'm picking up for some of you are single, some of you are dealing with a person, and we're going to touch base on both of what this means, because this is going to resonate for all of you. Is that boundaries need to be set and boundaries need to be understood. When we talk about the Hierophant in relationships, we're talking about like whenever we say I want to be exclusive, or I want to be in a committed relationship, that's Hierophant energy, because then that starts to define the relationship, the boundaries, the you two, your values and your virtues, and the values of the relationship, the virtues of the relationships, all of it, right? And it's like what you abide by is what you follow, right? For the commitment, for the relationship. And with the Five of Cups being here, I feel like a lot of you could be experiencing disappointments here, right? And now some of you could be going through a breakup. I'm picking that up, Aquarius. Maybe you're in a separation at this time. And one thing I feel like the universe is wanting you to focus on is your stability. With the Queen of Pentacles, taking care of your own needs at this time. And also this is pointing out like where you've been overgiving in relationships, maybe where you've been too lenient in your relationships. Right? This can easily be overcome. But I do feel it's like addressing the truth with the Hierophant, right? Like we can't be afraid to set boundaries or to define boundaries, right? Doesn't mean you have to break up with a person. Doesn't mean you have to totally split from a person. Now, you know your own situation, so I don't want to hear anything in the comments about blah, 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 blah. Like, I understand we all got different situations. But there is a need to look at that and then see, like, is this in alignment with my values? Where am I out of alignment with my relationships? Where do things need to be redefined? Where do boundaries need to be put if there needs to be boundaries, right? Because that's what's going to aid the situation, the Queen of Pentacles. That's what's going to keep the thing sustained and keep it going and keep it growing. Right. And even if you're single, this is about looking at your past relationships and learning here about, incorporating the lessons that you've learned. Right. Not saying it's your fault. Right. Because we're all perfect. Right. But maybe it wasn't your fault. Right. Maybe you didn't have anything to do with the downfall of a relationship. Right. Because we're always so perfect. Right. But yeah, it's about looking at those things, and it's like seeing like, okay, like what can I do moving forward that's going to be better, and what are my values when it comes to relationships. Queen of Pentacles does deal with the value of things, right? Because it's earth. What are my values? What am I trying to create in my life? Who do I want to create with? So, and this card says open intuition, seek clarification here. Now, your intuition's telling you one thing, and emotionally you could be harboring this. And sometimes we keep things to ourselves, and all we need to do is just clarify them and communicate them. Mercury's here too. This is Mercury, the mind, communication. If you have a feeling about something, communicate it. You don't have to harbor it, right? Or sweep things under the rug, because it's gonna come back up. It's gonna be a big dust monster, not a dust bunny, a dust monster. Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups is the message here from your higher self. You got some great things coming along here. Your future self wants you to know. Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups. This could be definitely there's a significant relationship coming into your life here as well. I'm not sure if it's romantic. Some of you could be, but it could literally be somebody who really helps you in regards to just like your path in life, right? Like, sometimes soulmates aren't romantic, right? Soulmate can be a new best friend or a mentor. You get what I'm saying? So, but I do get that you have some great things here. You have this Voyage card here as well. Now, Libra just got this in their reading. And what theirs was talking about was a mentor coming into their life. Or just, you learning from a certain individual. So I see that happening here. I see you learning a lot. But also this is about like, I feel like this is relating to your relationships. It's about learning yourself through other people, and people also learning through you, and understanding that life is a journey and we all have room to grow and improve. So be aware of opportunities too, especially down here with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is the archetype of Jupiter, and Jupiter represents positivity and increase. Okay, let's clarify. Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune. There we go. You got some good things coming your way in career. Get an increase of money too with the Six of Pentacles. Good results here. Good things happening for you. Ten of Pentacles on the Judgment. Woo! Some of y'all could be literally, so this is what I'm getting for some of you. Could be starting a newer job. You could be entering into like some sort of newer form of the job that you do. But whatever it is, it looks good and promising and long term, and it looks like it's going to be stable. Oh my, look at this. You got the Ten of Cups here twice. Yeah, happy results. This is good, right? Ten of Cups. I'm not, Ten of Cups is a blissful energy. I think we tend to put too much like a dramatic emphasis on the Ten of Cups. Like, yes, it's happiness and it's about bliss. Like it's just like Ten of Cups can be like when you get hired, right? You're like, yes, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. Right. So anyways, you have the Queen of Swords and the Hierophant. Yep. I think this is really about communication in your relationships and understanding and defining boundaries. Also understanding what it is that you want in partnerships and cooperation. Right? If you got to find a way to be cooperative. Right? And if you're totally single, this is about understanding just like what you truly want in your partnerships, like when it comes to the things that you value the most, right? Because sometimes in life, it's like when when the first person comes our way, right? Now, this isn't all the time, but we're like, oh, wow, this, and then, but it's like we stick with that first person. And I'm not talking about like being in a relationship, right? I'm just talking about like the talking phase, right? When you're getting to know somebody, it's like we stick with that person because maybe that's the only person at the time. But we know at the end of the day, like, man, this person showed me a lot of red flags, and I know this is not for me. But we stay with the person because we don't want to be alone, right? Or we keep talking to the person because we don't want to be alone, right? So like, that's something that needs to be addressed too, if you know that's your situation. World card, Five of Cups. Now, for some of you, this definitely be a breakup. You're moving through, you're just in like maybe a grieving process of the separation of a relationship here. Now, if you're dealing with a relationship already, this is just you being able to learn the lesson, right? The World card is Saturn, the lesson from the accumulation of events that have led up to the moment. Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles here. Seven of Wands here. Yeah. This is also pointing out your self-esteem in your relationships, right? Like our self-esteem can be lowered in relationships, right? If we don't speak up for ourselves, if we don't if we know something is going against our boundaries and we don't say anything, like we just let it happen, like that's eroding your self-esteem. And so I think it's important to pay attention to that, to not, it's okay to be reasonable and lenient a bit, but at some point it's like you got to understand, like, nope, I'm not putting up with this. This is what I want. This is how it's going to be done. It's not about being arrogant or anything like that. It's just about understanding, like, if you want to be in my life, this is how it's going to be. Because I need this. These are my needs. Some of you may be feeling like your needs aren't even being met, and there's a need to communicate that. And not only communicate, find the resolve to that. Two of Wands is on the Queen of Cups here. Message from your higher self. Keep moving forward with an open mind, open heart. I feel like, and do things from a spiritual place, from a place of unconditional love. And I feel like you'll have a lot of opportunities that swing your way. Six of Wands is here on the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune Six of Wands is success. Hermit on the Two of Cups here. Yeah, I just feel like this is you connecting to your higher self, feeling more like you're finding and connecting to your higher sense of self, So it looks good. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. And I'm going to leave your reading right here. I appreciate y'all as always. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if this video resonated with you, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And when you subscribe, also click the notification bell as well. It'll notify you whenever I upload your videos. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that link's down below. Everything is in the description. And I will talk to y'all later.